Just a quick one today, guys. I want to let you all know that we let this happen. This is our fault. And we're not responsible for it. CIG is responsible for it. But we're the ones who allowed this. Because the first time it happened, we, for the most part, just kind of let it slide. That's right, Tinderlumplings. This has happened before. If you recall, when modularity came into the game through the way of the Retaliator, they did the same thing. They put the modules for the Retaliator on the website, and you could only get them by paying for them with real cash. You couldn't get them in-game. And the Retaliator was basically just about the most useless ship in the game without the modules in it. So you had to buy them if you wanted to use the Retaliator during this period. Now, this raised some eyebrows, but for the most part, people just kind of said, it's just one component for one ship, no big deal. And that was it. That was the litmus test for whether or not they thought they could get away with this. They dipped their toe in the water and there was hardly a ripple. And now, look where we're at. Ultimately, it's our fault because we didn't hold their feet to the fire when they were introducing what seemed like a sleazy mechanic. Like I said, we just kind of let it slide. Why are they even doing this? Why would they want to do this? Well, it's because every game developer doesn't give a damn about whether or not the player actually enjoys the game or gets what they want from the game. It's a business. They're trying to get success out of it, and they all want to do what the most successful game is doing. Because if there's one thing the most successful game has proven to everyone, it's that pay to win pays. GTA showed the entire world just how much money there was to be made by selling rocket bikes to 8-year-olds, even if it ruins the game. You just know the guys at CIG are all sitting around their conference table frothing at the mouth, just dreaming of even coming close to the revenue stream that GTA has provided over the years. It's the reason why George Lucas lamented that Episode 1 wasn't going to make as much money as Titanic. It's the reason why EA ruined the last Battlefield game by trying to make it a Warzone clone. It doesn't matter. They don't care. They could make the best thing for the consumer, which would just be a hit, but instead they're just trying to copy-paste someone else's success. At the end of the day, their ultimate goal is not to sell these blades to URI. They're looking for whales. They're trying to ring in the whales. And the whales, trust me guys, in video games, whales pay the bills. They really do. For every 25,000 players who say, I would not put $1 towards these blades, somewhere there's one Saudi prince who spends $25,000 on his lunch, and he has no problem buying all the blades in the game. God, I used to play with a guy who had spent thousands of dollars. He had so many ships in the game. He had ships that didn't even exist, that wouldn't be in the game for years. Incidentally, he was also divorced. After a while, I started to put together that these two things were probably related. This is something we could never allow them to forget about. We must remind them all the time. Like, this was bad, it was terrible, nobody wants this, you shouldn't be doing this. We will do everything we can to try and stop you, which really isn't much. I'm not saying you have to shout it from the rooftops like a certain salty fellow is doing, although I really appreciate that he's doing that. And I hate to sound like a crybaby bitch about it, but like, we cannot let this go. It can only get worse. Speaking of GTA, if you ever got killed by this guy, you should have been minding your fucking manners. Be sure to tell me how stupid I am in the comments. I told your mom I was a real doctor and wrote a fake prescription for her, but to be honest, I'm not a real doctor.